Everybody.
Hey.
We just wanted to send out a quick update of how we've been doing since we've been home and give you a little snapshot of our lives, plus just take the time to thank you all for everything that we've been through for the last year. And yes, our dogs are home and you can hear them barking outside, so they're good and happy. And so I'm sorry if that serves as any distraction while I'm talking. First of all, how we've been doing, coming home was great. It wasn't, the route that we wanted to take, but we are happy to be here. It's been a little bit of an adjustment because anyone who's ever been deployed in the military and has suddenly come back home after being gone almost a year can relate that it's different. The city is different. The workplace is a little different. Your home church is a little different. Your friends, your family, everybody's changed. We're different. We're not the same either. So it's like a little bit of an adjustment period. We've just been kind of, getting back into the swing of things. We've both returned back to work, and we feel like, we're getting back into more of a daily routine, a little bit more sense of normalcy, and, just taking good care of our mental and spiritual health as well as our physical health. And, I have no complaints. It was a little bit awkward coming home and not really knowing what it would be like. But I would say that I think for having never walked through something like this before, I think, if we had to do it over, I think we've done a pretty good job. As far as how things have been, we were able to come home, and right after the funeral, we went on a little trip, went sightseeing, enjoyed the weather, enjoyed the sights and the beach, and just, got out and cleared our heads. I mean, we've been in a place where we had no peace and quiet for almost a year, and it was just nice to be able to relax and just talk about where do we go from here, and what's God saying to our hearts. And so it was a great time to just get away and talk to each other and talk to God, and he really poured into us over that trip. Yes, if you don't mind, thank you. Sorry, we're gonna switch arms. Woo. So when I think back to the things that happened over this year that made it successful, I can't go without saying thank you to my workplace, Northwood Elementary School, the staff, the administration. Oh my gosh, I look at all of the places that I could have been working, not just as a teacher, but just at any job, and the responsibility that was put on my colleagues in order to make sure those students were taken care of while I was gone abruptly, way earlier than I was expected to be gone. And then over the year that I hadn't been there, my personal plans were to leave school 3 weeks early and then come back over the summer, plan for the fall. And then while David was supposed to have a second surgery in the fall, I was going to take the fall off until Christmas. So I was already planning on not being there, but I was planning on at least being able to be there to prepare for the sub, and just having him come a month early, just threw everything for a loop. So while I was getting ready for my sub, I had everything copied and organized and all of my plans were done, but just didn't get to make the room presentable before I left. And so the subs really had to step up, and the teachers really had to step up to make sure everything was settled. So last week was my first week back, and just coming back and seeing, wow, this is what they've been able to do while I've been gone, and just hearing all the stories about how helpful everyone pitched in. I mean, it just goes without saying how blessed I am to work with the Northwood second grade teachers, and the ladies in the office who looked after the grades. And oh my gosh, I don't know what I would have done without them, and I'm so grateful. And Okaloosa County schools in general, wow. I mean, we received a lot of cards, a lot of giving from all over the school district, all the way up to our superintendent. And we're very, very thankful for your support. And we know that a lot of you have been in our shoes with your children and grandchildren in the hospital. And, you know, maybe you didn't go through the same journey, but you understand how difficult it can be to have a child in the hospital. And so it means so much to have your support. So thank you. We wanted to take the time to create this video, not only to let you see how we're doing, but also with the intention that everyone who has sent any kind of gift to us, whether it was, you know, a gift for David, like through the baby showers, or giving to us, we just wanted you to know that we got them. We see them, we're thankful for them. Your gift did not go unnoticed. We weren't really in a position to send out mail. So, I mean, here we are almost a year later since some of the baby showers, and we just wanted you to know that obviously we would love to send out thank you cards, but it does feel a little bit awkward to say thank you for a baby shower gift like a year later. And then I was talking to some people about it, like, if that feels even awkward to say thank you when you know that your gift isn't being used right now. So we just felt a video was probably the easiest, not necessarily the easiest, but the best way to give our thanks and let you know that we haven't just taken everything back to the store and, you know, not cared about the gift that you gave us. We have his room, you know, the nursery is what we're calling it. We're not calling it David's room because David didn't get to use it. So we have the nursery all together, and it's just ready for if it's needed in the future. So, and we'll let you guys see it and later in the video. But yes, thank you for just your giving and your time. All of the area churches, we were really blown away by how, you know, our home church, Life Point Church, my parents' church, Cornerstone Faith, were very helpful. They cooked for us the week of the funeral. And my sister's church, Milligan Assembly, they were very helpful to us. They even did like little helpful things for me. Like last year when it was my birthday and I was stuck out there in the hospital, my sister and the Milligan ladies sent me a special treat. It was so sweet. Like a Beauty and the Beast just came out, and they gave me a big like gift basket with tea and stuff from Belle, and just totally right up my alley. And so that was very thoughtful. Other churches in our area, Victorious Life, Christ Family. Just to name a few. Yeah. I mean, oh my goodness, I've heard from every pastor, every church, even pastors that weren't involved in our city, I think have, you know, reached out to us, and it just means so much. And we just would like to say that, you know, we are loyal to a home church, but we would love to come and offer thanks in person. If you ever have an opportunity for visiting for whatever ministry or what, we're available and certainly open to allowing, you know, God to just use us. If you would like for us to share any testimony about what we've been through and just offer any kind of ministry, we're here. That said, you know, we've been very fortunate that we've been able to take care of business, get back in the swing of things. It's been a little awkward sometimes going out in public, and there are still people that had no idea that David passed away. And if you're one of those people and you're watching this video now, don't worry, because there's been more than one. And I would say to you that we just respond with, it's okay, he's in a better place. We are happy because of that. You know, we hoped and prayed the entire time that we would get to bring him home. But, you know, God saw it fit for him to take him home. And, you know, the way we look at it is he would be here with a lot more problems if he got to go home. If he got to come with us, you know, overcoming heart surgery is one thing, but, you know, his lungs, his kidney damage, I mean, he had a lot going on that it would have been really difficult for him to live. And we've had other people reach out to us and say, even if he survived, surgery and got to be discharged, who knows if he had a couple of years. So, it just would have been a hard battle outside of God healing him. So, the Lord just allowed David to go where he saw best, and, we'll gladly take that. And, we just find comfort every day knowing he's in a better place, and we just can't wait to get there. That's one of the best things about knowing you have someone in heaven, because, David, he wasn't at the age of understanding. He wasn't old enough to sin against God. All he did was live a life pleasing to God. So, of course, he's in heaven waiting for us with a brand new body, and we just can't wait to see him. So, we had hoped and prayed that at the service, if you were able to attend, that it was a service that encouraged you, that if you didn't know if you were ready to be there, that you would be ready. And it's not that hard to ask Jesus into your heart and to live for him, and to know that one day you'll get to meet David yourself if you never got to see him in the hospital. I was very glad that we had a lot of family and friends come out there and see us in Gainesville. And for the love of God, okay, thank you. He could not pick up on the hit, and my arm was tired. Okay.
Sorry about that.
I don't know where he was.
That's my bad.
Anyways, we were very blessed that we had so many family and friends come and visit us. A lot of my family members came, Chuck's parents came, and a lot of our church friends came. Yeah, and it was just nice to have, a little distraction to get out of the hospital and to talk and to catch up on what's going on back home. And, a lot of our things might be going crazy and different here, and they were able to just keep us in the loop and let us know that everything's all right. And, it made us feel less distant. And that just meant so much. Even like our best friend at church, live streaming on their Instagram accounts just so we can feel like we're there. That meant so much because, I don't know, live streaming isn't always that great. And so at least feeling like you're there, to be a part and to be included. So some people have asked how the help has been, like how have we been as far as raising funds? Obviously that was the biggest thing going into knowing your child is born with a CHD. Like, you're worried about their health and their life, but I think the first thing that hit us not only was, is he going to live, but how are we going to pay for this? Like, I remember the night we got the diagnosis, I couldn't sleep. It was just so stressful, tossing and turning all night. What are we going to do? Are we going to, make a CD? Are we going to,
how are we going to
and
pay for this?
Yeah, and we actually made one before we were pregnant. So, we have that as an option if we have to, push comes to shove to make some extra money. But if you've wondered as far as the community support, how we've done in raising funds, and then what are the bills looking like now that we have finally come home, we were able to get our bill, they don't send it to you until you're discharged. So the bill is in the 6 digits. It's in the hundreds of thousands. And how much has been raised is only in the tens of thousands. So I think that the amount met right now is around 15% of what is needed. So, my family and friends, I've been so blessed that I'm really good friends with a guy that puts on races. And so he actually is putting on a 5K the first Saturday of April. And it's just like a family fun race day. And it's actually being held at the school that I work at. So it's pretty cool that, they felt led to put it on, and everybody has an opportunity to wear their David shirts that they bought, and they actually are selling some if people still would like one. And it's just a day to come out and race, be healthy, be active, and help raise money to cover the funds that, we have added up. And should we raise more than enough, we have intentions to send it to the heart research funding. So hopefully, if other parents are in our shoes and they receive this diagnosis, our goal is that someone else wouldn't have to go through what we've been through, that we would be able to make a difference so that we can save lives. And, you know, maybe David fought a hard fight, but maybe it's for someone else's blessing. So, so that's the update on funds. And I think the only thing that's left to do is to show them the room. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Oh, we just want to shout out to Brittany Sanchez for making these really awesome necklaces. She has a company on online. You can follow her at .shop, and she sells a lot of really cute stuff. These are like hand stamped. Okay.
I want to real quick. You know, I want to, just as Ashley thanked her employers. You know, I think it would, you know, be important, you know, for mine as well. As just they've, like with the school board and ours, we've gotten so much help from our employers, from Baptist Healthcare, from Andrews Institute. All my boss there and the team there has just been awesome, and same with the church and the church staff.
Yeah.
Between our 3 jobs, I mean, they've really gotten behind us and supported us. So we just thank you so much.
The days that Chuck was driving back here at 3 o'clock in the morning to be here at work by 8. I mean, like, there were so many early mornings and late nights, and they put up with his text at 10 o'clock at night saying, hey, David's had a really bad night, I can't be back tomorrow. I mean, and that's okay, just come in when you can. You know, they were very flexible. And I would say that while my school was really awesome and taking care of things while I was gone, Chuck's work was really awesome at making sure Chuck could be with David as much as he could. You know, that he still needed to come home and be our provider, and, you know, he had that responsibility, but they did not deny Chuck of every minute that he felt like he needed to be there with him, and that meant so much.
Yeah.
So
so thank you, LifePoint, Baptist, and Andrews Institute, everybody there. Y'all are great.
Yes. All right, so here we go. Okay, so for whatever reason, I think when I'm doing a video on regular camera, you can't turn it around like you can on Snapchat. So I have to like, I have to do it like this. Here's my house. Okay, which by the way, we're not giving out our address, so I don't know why random strangers are trying to come see us. It's kind of creepy. Okay, so here's a really cool jar that the wonderful Erica Holt made, I think. And all our gift cards were put in there. My lovely cousin Madison made this awesome painting for us. So we go this way. And here's the room. Of course, everything is all over the floor, from just loading up a house worth of stuff from the Ronald McDonald House, and we haven't had time to organize. But here's the lovely nursery that we definitely put it together in faith, you know, believing that we were going to get to see David come home in this. We've got his ultrasound photos over there, and just all the lovely gifts that everyone had bought for us. That drawer is full of baby boy clothes donated by my wonderful sister, and all of you who bought them. You know, I was so proud of having an organized closet. And isn't this idea super cute, to use a little like jewelry organizer to put baby shoes in? And of course his name didn't have a W in it, but I wanted the gray, and that's all they had. And we wanted to thank our best friends, Josh Fletcher, for making this awesome handcrafted wooden toy box. And, you know, he designed it himself. He prayed over it with the scripture he wrote and the design, and then our church friends and family all signed it. And if you didn't get to sign it, you're welcome to still sign it. There's still space. And, you know, we'll be able to put David's keepsakes in there. So how special is that? You know, he made it with the intentions that David would get to use it, but, you know, it's nice to have something. Obviously, it's hard to store a lot of stuff, and it's just so nice to have. And of course, you know, we see the medals that our friend Tim Crabtree won in the Spartan race, and made him this little gift. And, you know, we just wish we can just thank everybody, but it's like, I mean, a year's worth of help, like with all the stress that we were going through. you know, we didn't have like a secretary right there. As soon as we got a card in the mail at Ronald McDonald, oh, here you go, write it down. I mean, it's just like, it's impossible to just list every single person that helped us. But like we said, I mean, if you participated in giving a gift for the baby showers or whatever, it's not going to be put to waste. I mean, you know, if we end up not having any more, these things will be certainly put to good use, whether they're donated or given to a family in need. So, I mean, you know, you all gave out of the goodness of your hearts with the best intentions, and that just means the world to us. And so we just hope that you know how much we are grateful, and we hope you are blessed. We will continue to keep you on this journey. And again, any churches, if you guys are hoping that we'll pay you a visit, just send us an email. And we hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.